Hello guys, welcome back to another What If video. Today I'll be doing a What If on What If Asta had greninjas powers part 2. And as you see the thumbnail, it's a new thumbnail, yay! As you realize that this video was recorded after the video where that was What If Deku was a Todoroki. So yeah. As we begin now, it's as I have just finished listening to the first part, so I know exactly where we are and where I left off. I left off after the Asta had released Magna and Luck from the water shurikens and just had this well, his clone that he created just merged or disappeared. As the all like everyone there would be surprised by that and kinda well, except for Jam and Gordon and Finral, because they would have seen him doing that during the entrance set. So yeah, um, let's begin now. They were talking there. Then Asta like kind of looks at Yami and was like, Yami? Like, yeah. Why not just let him do the baptism? Really? Seems like he doesn't give up, as Magna just keeps trying to set it really, I won't lose to him. He's just a newbie, new recruit. As Oz said, yeah, I can't keep him quiet. It's kinda getting irritating, I won't be able to ignore it all the time. Yama Black, fine. Then he looks at Yama and said, yeah, then he will looks at Magnus and say, fine, you will have as you want. You can fight the new recruit, do your baptism. Let's just know that he will get his robe first, as Yama throws his robe to Asta. Well, throws a robe to Asta, as Magnum Black, what? Then he says, then Yama just looks at Asta, Asta nods, and he knows what Yama was about to say. He said that if you can beat Asta, he won't be join our squad. Asta said, if you can beat me, no, Yama said, if you can beat our new recruit, he will quit the Black Bulls. Asta would nod in agreement to this, like, yeah, that's true. And Greninja would just, like, tell him in his mind, like, are you insane? You're gonna get your ass kicked by him. Asta be like, no, I won't. As AMD kinda smiles, I'm like, Asta be like, then Asta looks at, talks to him in his mind, then tells the Greninja to, this time though, I gotta use AMD's powers. They'd be like, oh, Greninja be like, okay, fine. Whatever, just don't get kicked out of the group. He said, oh, I'll be fine. I'll be more than fine, really. Then he walks out. Then Magnus tells about the physical part. Asta does it easily. And then after that, when the medical part is about to start, Asta looks at the Yami and is like, I want to use that form. I want to use that power. As he looks at Yami, Yami like nods his head in agreement, said that, yeah, that you will only kick his ass then. Really? I was like, yeah, I would. Magnum wondered what is this thing they were talking about. As he was about to ask, then just now. Then Asta looks at him and is like, no, you don't need to know about it at all. I'm sorry if my voice sounds pretty wet or anything. I just drank water after having a dessert in my mouth. I had the Sahara desert right into my mouth. Really. So yeah, that's why my voice sounds so wet. So right now if you hear other sounds as well, it might be me trying to not make it sound like the ocean in my mouth now. I don't know, I'm using weird expressions, but really that's how it feels. As now we begin. all began. They just walk out now. Magnus would say like, okay, no, they will use their magic now. As Magnus like, okay, fine then. Let's start this, shall we? Be ready to leave the Black Bulls. Ostberg. Yeah, he might really care, but yeah, whatever. I still got other squads to, and if I lose this, he kinda looks like the army. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, they probably will still accept you after if you say like, ask them nicely and apologize for joining the Black Bulls. Or at least Figolian will. Ostberg, yeah, maybe. Seemed like an honorable guy. And then Magna would have like, huh? What are they talking about? Oh, he said, like, oh, okay. Then Magnus charged for Asta. Asta was easily dodge it. So yeah. He will dodge like the first magic attacks easily. Then when the last one came, he will just take out the Scrimmer and draw out the sword. As Jamu wonder what is it gonna do now. Then as Asta knew exactly what his magic sword could do, because they figured that out with the swords training guy training him during that 6 months. As I know, I probably forgot to say that in the first video, but he will still get trained by the guy, as he figured that out that the flat of the blade could reflect and the sharp one could cut. As he thinks like, yeah, I should probably cut this magic instead of the other one, or else I might end up getting hurt. As there now the fireball comes at him. He prepares the blade and turns it around, as ready to baseball it back. As when the fireball comes, he does a one home run, kinda. Well, he does a home run, charges up, and like his legs with his muscles spends all the muscles, or so yeah. As they will also like the muscle grip on his arms, or Jan would see this and like, wow, he has more muscles than I could see it back then, huh? Then when the fireball comes, Asta now swings the sword, and Magnus was like, huh, get ready to leave. Asta like, no, I won't leave this squad. Heh, kinda smiles now. Then he sends the fireball back at Magna. Magna surprised, and then he gets hit by it. Then Magnus run up and said like, wow, you really are a real man. Osterbeck, huh? Told you so that I wouldn't lose. Magnus like, well, you might be a real man, but you're really like annoying with that attitude of yours. Nickelback, no, Osterbeck, whatever. Then he walks away, ignoring Magna. As then he noticed something. As Grenina was about to say something, Osterbeck, I already know. AMD would wonder what they were talking about. Then they were doing it tell him. Ostel just looks up at Noel, where Noel is, and he just kinda smiles and waves to her. She would see this like, what? Can he see me? Then he just appear in front of her. And then he'll say, oh, hi, you must be another member of the Black Bulls. Then looks at her and said, wait, you look kinda similar to Nucel, the captain. And I'm like, yeah, he's actually my brother. As he hears the saddened tone, like, oh, I see. As Greninja would kinda tell him quickly like what it might be. As Asta figured out like that one of the options, like it's definitely that option. Oh, I see. Very well then. Well, I'm glad that you're in the Black Bulls now. He's kinda smile at her. She'll be like, huh? Like, yeah, I don't really care if you can't control your medic or not. You're still a squad member. Besides, I don't have any medic at all. Then she would ask, like, then how did you Hey Black, I have something else instead of my magic. He would say. As Greninja and AMD Black, are you an idiot? Asked the Blood and told him like, hey, she would notice one time or later that you don't have any magic. So it's better to tell her off at the start. So she won't ask why I hide it from her. Besides, she's kinda cute, he would say to them. Greninja would be like, wow, he's not like Ash and just dense. Well, I thought he would be more dense about this shit stuff. He would say. Asta would kinda hear it's like, hey, I'm not dense. Greninja would say, oh, I forgot to... Then it was like, oh wait, then who was the other guy they were thinking about? I could sense that. Greninja said, oh, you kind of look down and say, oh, that was my previous, kind of, my best previous master in my last life. As AMD would sense that it's the same guy that he was talking about before. I was like, oh, okay. Then I will kind of ask him about that ability. He says, I can show you later. Then he walks down to the others as they were unaware where he went, as he just appears in the shadows. As he didn't want anyone to know but that he talked to Noel. Well, Yamo would notice this already. Like, oh, he found out Noel, huh? I guess it's only natural since what I could sense from his mark, he's really skilled with it. So of course he would have been able to notice Noel really fast. He didn't ask what he was talking about or anything. He kinda figured it out. Then there is the talking, like having the feast, no, kind of feast down there, eating. Then Asta would excuse himself, it's like, gotta go now. Then we ask, so where's my room? There was like, then Yamur said, oh well, since you and Magna doesn't get along so well, I guess I will give you the honor to show you to room. Asta like, oh, thanks. He kinda now yawns a little bit more. That he was really tired now. Greninja and AMD like, hey, listen Asta, if you're gonna keep faking it, he will figure it out soon. I see then who's like, he's already figured it out. He thinks. As they could sense that thought, they were what? Yeah, I was like, oh, so why are you fake yawning? As Asta was like, doesn't like these kind of parties or something. Besides, I'm already eaten myself full. All that. So I need to go to bed and rest for now. Besides, I really kinda tired. And I'm not so social since some things happened in my past. And so I'm like, oh well. Then I ask what's about the past. Yes, then I was like, look at him like, really? I said I was supposed to so social and you ask me about my past now? Then Yam like, hey, I'm your captain. I was like, fine, since the only reason I will tell you is because you're my captain. Then he sits down in Asta's room. Asta tells that before he unlocked his magic, he was discriminated by nobles and everything for not having any magic. And then Jan will ask, but what about that form of yours? He said, well, they unlocked it when I was 6 and just used it in private so no one would notice it really. They really didn't want anyone to find out about it. I'm like, okay. Then he was getting more details about Asta's life. He'll like clench his fist like, so people are still like that, huh? Asta noticed it, but people still like, what? Oh, yeah, I was like, oh, nothing at all. I say, oh, it's nothing really. I was like, okay. As he noticed that Yamu was kind of lying about that. There was nothing. Then he just decided to go to bed now and said, oh, well, I gotta go now. I said, now he yawned for real. And Yamu noticed it, like, oh, guess you really were tired. He said, yeah, I yawned first time I was real yawning. As now he just went to sleep after Yamu left. Well, he cleaned it up a little bit at first. Then he decided to sleep in his greninja form, since he found that more comfortable. As AMD would ask why he prefers to sleep in greninja form now. Like, oh, he would say, oh, it's more comfortable for me. He'd be like, okay, I'm not gonna ask why he does this, he kind of thinks. Then next morning, Asta would kind of woke up in his greninja form. As Magnum would be knocking on the door, stating that it's time to go up now. No, he was walk out of the door. As he walks down, eat breakfast, as he is in his greninja form. Still, he didn't really care about people seeing it now. Jan would see this like, oh, you decided to use your power now. Like, yeah, as every other member of the Black Bulls, no, he won't use it. He was turned. No, he won't go down in this greninja form. He was transformed back. Then Jan would see him. Oh, God, sorry about that. Sorry. So sorry about that. I almost died in Minecraft. And yes, I'm playing Minecraft now. While I'm playing this. While I'm recording this, okay? Don't question me. Oh yeah, sorry for being quiet now. As yeah, I was walking down in his normal form, as they all would see that he was a little bit taller than he was yesterday. They wondered how he grew. He was like, oh, it's just one of my abilities, kinda. As he, yeah, would know, no, he'd be grown a tiny little bit, no, as just too much, just so much that, just like right before anyone would notice that he got a little bit taller. He walks down each breakfast, kinda chills. Then he walks out, like, then Magna gives him the tour. Then then was meeting Noel. As Ost like, oh, it's you. As we said, oh, hi there. She's like, oh, hi. Magnum was like, asked, do you know each other? He said, yeah, I discovered her yesterday. I saw her yesterday watching us eat. I'm like, oh, okay. Then he decides to not introduce her at all because it seems like he knew about her, who she was and all that. So yeah. Instead, Noel and Ost was kind of talking a little bit. Then Magnus pissed her off for a unknown reason. As she just shoots her water ball against him, but Asta would end up getting hit. Asta would ask, huh, would you look at her? She would like kind of blush. She would say, apologies, like, I'm sorry. No, she wouldn't blush or anything. Or say sorry, she would be like, eh, and walks away. Magnus said, what the hell is her problem? Asta would be like, yeah, you probably want, I'm not allowed to tell you that, really. I know what her problem is, and That's none of your concern if I could say so. Madam like, what? He said, it's secret between newbies. Like, fine. Then he walks away, storms off, up about to drying his clothes. As Asta now takes care of his chores, easily using his greninja form to speed it up. A green was like, I never thought that my abilities will be able to use to do this. Asta like, I never thought I'd have do this either here. I mean, I thought I had someone else doing this for them. Then they just kind of walk away. No, they wouldn't walk away really. He was done with his shorts. And next day, he would have done the shorts and have fed the beast already. As his talks like goes and sees Noel now. Well, no, he was about to go for the toilet, but he couldn't find it really. Then he just sees Noel. Here's some water clashing. No, water. He decides to check it out. As then he sees that it's Noel training with the medic. Him like, oh. As then he just walks and kinda connects a like stick. And she would hear this and look back, but she would see that it was asta and all that, but she still would be surprised, like, no, I don't want him to bully me now. I don't want him to do that to me. Stein freaks out and then just get absorbed by her magic. Asked like, what did I do wrong now? He said, she like, oh, nothing. She was just still shocked that someone discovered her training, even though it's you. Asked like, yeah, okay, you kinda say. And walk just then we see this and kind of get a little bit thrown back. He will just let him be that thrown back by her magic. As he gets thrown back to base, well, he was land perfectly at the base. As the other black was now walk out due to that sensitive mana, as Jan would ask the one of land right in front of him. He said, hey kid, asked back, yeah, what about it? He said, do you mind taking care of that or something? Asked back, yeah, sure. Then he thinks what he should use now. Should I use the AMD? He will kind of think like, should I use AMD or should I use my greninja? Or should I use my water? Then he thinks like, Then he decides to just use his water. As he'll then transform to his greninja form. As then Jan was like, oh. Said, oh, what are you gonna use now? He said, kind of asked back, yeah. I'm gonna use that power. I don't know really, he kind of says. Then he decides to do this word transformation. Then he says, oh well, how excited now, huh? Yeah, I'm like, okay. So what is it? He said, just watch. Yeah, I'm like, okay. Then he kinda sits down and watching it all play out. Siam would see the water now coming as Astana would transform to his frog form, or Garninia form actually. Yeah, like when the water appears. Magna would be like, huh? What is it gonna do now? Then Yam says, and Yam would say it like, oh, here it comes. The black, white, and white, except for Finlar and Gordon, because they would have seen this before. Astana transforms, screams like power up, kind of Grinian's power up scream, but so yeah. Then he just gets up and instead now he would just grabs his anti-magic grimoire and like his grimoire he would open it, and when he instead of this when the sword comes out it just touches Asta, or well he activates his AMD now form in it, and it gets the black like a darker a blackish water shuriken but still be bluish, and uses it now and creates like antimatic water shuriken. And she would still be blue, but a lot more darker, almost blackish, as I said before. Oh, yeah, sorry for being quiet now. They were talking. No, not what I'm saying. What I'm saying. They were talking. And he jumps up. No, he jumps up in the air. Kinda. Well. What I'm saying, he was jump up. Yeah, as I said, he would jump in the air, create some aerial ace actually instead of water shurikens, and just kicks the water so it disperses now as everyone sees. Like, what the? Yeah, I'm like, oh, so you managed to do this, huh? Impressive, you kinda say. Without anyone else noticing, kinda. Except for, well, no one else would actually notice it. Now, now as Null is falling down, she would open her eyes and select Asta. Well, Asta would now de-transform. It'll still be in the green frog form. She would kind of freak out, like, what is this? I was like, oh, sorry. It's just my transformation. It's an ability I have since I don't have any magic. It's like, okay. She was accept him. Accept this. Just then she was, when they all landed there, Asta said, that's some impressive magic, Noel. If your melons got cold, you'll be pretty unstoppable. She'd be kind of like blush and all that. As Asta now de-transforms. I reached out his hand like, come on, just get up already. Kinda smiled to her. She'll be like, what? I was like, yeah, just come on and get up already. He kinda asks her to do it again. She just does it now and goes up. I was like, yeah, there you go. I see now she describes his hand. And the Black was just like say that why didn't you tell us about it? She like said like because I thought you would. There's like we're all full of failures, and me. So what does it mean if you're a royal failure? It just makes you a part of us. Well, look, even us this one, us like even I am a kind of a failure. I mean, I failed of getting born at all, and that's some oddball. We all fit right into here. Yes, Jan would now kinda let them be talking about pep talking well. As then she would kinda smile. And then she like, as then yeah, she would just smile. Then walking back in, as Osno said, like tells Null that you know that I yesterday when I like when I joined and I saw you, when I said that I can just help you control the magic or that train you. I mean it. I will train you whenever you want to. He says. She'll be like, what really? He said, of course. I mean it really. I'm like, wow. She kind of thinks like, wow. You do really mean it. And I'm sort of being quiet now. She would be kinda, they were just talking now in the base. And she decides to ask us about that form. I'm like, oh, I was born with it. Really? And she's like, what, really? He's like, yeah. Apparently it has to do something with, apparently I got this instead of since I don't have any magic. And then she's like, wow. And she's like, wait, if you don't have any magic, then how did you get that grimoire? It's like, oh, it's just something that I really, I just got it. I don't really know either how to explain it. It kinda says. Then just, there was continued talking all that ever black well in there while eating breakfast now. So Asta didn't eat that before he went back, well, went to do the chores and all that. Then she like looks at Asta like a little bit more. Asta notices like, oh, what is it now? Grenadiers like, oh, looks like she got something's interesting about you for her. He'll like, guess it's your power. He'll be like, no, it's something else. Us like, oh, don't you dare say it. It's like, I think she's in Ostbek. If you say it, I will literally trap you in that grimoire with AMD and never let you out, Greninja. I don't care about my power anymore. Greninja will be like, oh, I know you won't do it, but okay, I will just calm down. Ostbek, oh, you think I won't do it? Then he traps Greninja in there. Greninja would be surprised by this, as well as the AMD, like, hey. Ostbek, hey, ignore them for a while. Then he'll let Greninja out, so like, see, I will do it. Greninja will be like, okay, okay. Now after that, Asta would go out training now. Using it, he was using muscle training now. No, as the black boss would ask where he's going, he said, "Oh, I'm gonna go training." No, I'll be like, "Oh, can I come with you?" He said, "Oh, maybe later. I will just do my training now, physical training, with my muscles and all that." She'll be like, "Oh, okay." She then kind of hides and watches him or spies on him, really. As Austin Grenina notices that, as AMD learners can know how to notice this or two. As Austin now just kind of takes off the shirt because it's kind of getting warm from him. And now he uses his magic. Well, no, done. He just starts using training with his muscles. Then after a while, he decides to, why not? Then he just transforms to his Greninja form, using his water. As Null would see this because she didn't know how he transformed. Then she would see the water surrounding him. She'll think like, is he gonna drown or anything? Then the water is disperse as she just sees him now. And then she sees all the muscles still on that the muscles is on this transformation as well. And not just that, it seems like he's much more agile now, as Austin trains in his Greninja form. Greninja asks, so why do you do this? He's like, I'm much faster than this, really. He'll be like, yeah, guess you really are. And all that. And then he said, oh yeah, and it's a one push-up in this is like 10 push-ups for the normal one. I'm like, yeah. Then he says, this form has much more benefits than the other ones. As they Green and Black, maybe probably. Then he walks. Then he's done with his training. No, he then transforms. As he takes on his shirt again. And kind of walks to where Noelle is, on purpose, of course. And then he's kind of like, asks, so what are you doing here? She put a red in face now. She's like, nothing at all. I was like, oh, so you were watching me training? She like, she felt like, yeah, she's exposed now. Just like, yeah, I did. I was like, oh, okay. I don't mind that at all. So what did you think of it? She kind of blushes now. Like, it seems like you're spiritual training. Are you sure you're okay? Or shouldn't you rest or anything? It's like, I'm fine. I say, oh, grinning like, you idiot. You dense marath, you dense idiot. She clearly likes you. She wants to take care of you, kinda. I was like, I know. And that's why I gotta make her work for it. Gurney will be like, oh god. At least you noticed that. Then they were walking away now to the base. As they was talk as no Asta would walk to the base now. As he was lay on kinda they had let's say that they had two sofas. He was lay there on one sofa. Still with his as now let's say that he didn't have his shirt on, he would just take the jacket on. And just lay there. As the jacket kinda blew up by the breeze, a breeze that came in through the door. So as they all see his pecs now. It's like, wow, he's really ripped. As short now as Vanessa would see this too, like wow. She kinda like blushes about this, like Asta and Grania noticed it, like he's like, shouldn't you? Asta like, nah, I don't really mind at all. You know, really, it's just interesting to see, like, exciting to see them fight over me if that will happen. As now we'll see him laying down on the like the sofa, all that, like with his jacket open. She's like, huh? What the? Why is his? And then she would see that Asta now falls kind of asleep now. I still also hear the snoring. Yamo seems to be kind of ticked by it. And then when he said, I'm gonna wake him up, I'm gonna kill that dude if he's gonna start me on my toilet time. Austin is now stopped snoring, kind of snores like I'll lower his snoring volume. Yeah, I'm like, huh? It looks like he stopped or something. Instead, I was like, see him now. I'll watch Asta. Really interested in what he was doing, or still, the girls, the Vanessa and Noel were just kind of watching his pecs, were kind of like amazed by them, and they were blushing a lot. As for Gray, she's a girl too. She would can't want to blush. She won't be able to blush since she's in that weird form now, and you know what form I mean. I mean, come on, man. Who doesn't know about that weird form? And then um she would just be like, no. Then Austin Dick, no. What? No, no, no. Then Austin would just woke up, kinda. Well, he was kinda woke up now. I said it would be midday, 2 o'clock or something. No, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I still wonder why he was sleeping so long. Good evening, Beck. You really took a long nap, Asta. You know that was about like 10 hours, maybe? No, Hilbeck, that was an 8-hour nap, Asta. Asta, like, yeah, I don't really care about it. As he kind of scratched his eyes and all that. And still be, then we realized that his jacket open, as he didn't really mind it at all. Then decides like grab something to eat a little bit. And then the null black walk up and said, so do you want to train with you do you want to train with me now? She asked like, hey, no. She was like, yes, as she kind of blushes a little bit. I was like, why you're so red in the face all of a sudden? I was just gonna ask if you wanted to train now. She's like, oh, and she would kind of freak out about that he asked about the red thing, but then he would just kind of say like, oh well. Then she's like, yeah, sure. As they were now walking out. No, not really walking out, as they were walking out to train outside, as the others just decided to watch this. As then she tries to use her magic, as like teach her how to control it really, as Greninja taught him to do it. As she takes some time, but she then is able to control the magic and shoots the water ball and hit something right straight forward. As she would just hit Asta, as Asta now just destroyed with his sword, he would just take out the sword from his grimoire, and every time she hit the blade, it was Asta would say good, as she would just hit the blade more and more. all the time continuing this for a while. Then, after the training was done, she would have hit like over 20 of them in a row on the sword, like precisely with the middle on the sword, all that. I was like, wow, your aim is impressive now. Well, that's gonna be enough for today, as he kinda yawns. As he's like, oh, I don't know why I'm so tired all of a sudden. Agreeing that would order that too, why? All that. I will explain that reason later. Or will I? Now they're walking back to base after training, as the other artists were gonna ask about the training now, what they did, or they would kind of ask what Asta really did and all that. I was like, I just taught her how to control a medic as the same way I learned to control my water abilities. As he just creates a water shirt, then just kind of where your normal pockets is if you have all leggings or something. He just takes his hand and swipes them as he gets water shuriken in his hand and claps two water shurikens and just claps on and gets one shuriken as he spins it around on his finger. Kind of tricks doing that while he was talking, like he was bored. As they would wonder how he could do that, as he was like, I can create water things without using my my other form. Though it's much easier in that form to do it. Dupac, okay. As then also, oh yeah, and there's some abilities that I can only use in that form too. As they would be impressed by it and not be impressed by it, as Asuna plays around with the shuriken. Then he just decides to throw it in the forest. Accident, as he throws it down onto the ground. As it sits back there, then Asuna just crushes it with his feet. As the water comes out now, decompresses. Everyone will be kind of impressed by this, then they decides to walk in and eat, as they're talking about what, like, some discussion about his Asta's abilities and everything. And then Vanessa would ask about what is up with his, why you're so incredibly built. I was like, oh, there was a time before I unlocked my abilities here, I thought that I might not get any medic, since no one could sense me medic. So I decided to train my body, and I still do it, and it pays off, because I'm a lot stronger than I would have been otherwise. They'd be like, wow. As they would hear the explanation by it, as it made just Noel and Vanessa blush more. Be like, oh, wow, kinda. Oh, they wouldn't say, like, wow, oh, wow. They were still talking to Asta now. I was like, yeah, gotta go to bed now. As he walks, that kind of sneaks away using his shadow, like ninja tactics. As they were seeing sitting next to them, as it kind of getting dark in the room for a little bit. As it will be Asta using his the greninjas dark type abilities, as he can make a room be darker. As then, when it was about to ask Asta something again, darkness disappears as Asta wasn't there anymore. Asta just kind of tells them from the shadows that, yeah, gotta go to bed now, tired. And then, when he's walking to his room and all that, and goes to bed now easily, as they just continue talking about Asta's abilities wording what they really are. Next day comes up, Asta wakes up early, goes out for training, some morning exercise. As no one else is kind of wake up, he does the chores, feeds the beast. Then Yam and Darius will wake up, and Yam tells Magnetar it's time. Magnetar like, okay, sir. And still kind of walking away now. Asta like, where are you going? Like, oh, there, mission. Asta like, oh, okay. Kind of looks at him like, yeah, I don't really care about their mission. And now we switch back to where it's kind of over noon, kind of noon now. As it's time to feed the beast again. As actually, Austin didn't feed the beast in the morning because he was told by Yama to feed him at noon now. as Nell was following him. Well, keeping him company as she said, so he wouldn't be lonely. Also think like, I'm not lonely at all. Us Greninja and the block, yeah, you're not lonely. Sorry if you heard anything, not me yawning. I'm currently recording this while it's midnight. Yeah, sorry about that, but I needed to record this video. As it will come out. Actually, it doesn't matter when I say when it will come out. As it will come out and come out. And now it's after Fairy Beast a lot. She'll be surprised that they were so calm around him. He'll be like, hey, it's okay, really. Then, yeah, man, the Magnet will come back in just their underpants, or underwear. They were now with blush and hide behind Asta. Asta was like, goddamn, just take some clothes on next time. As the young black, huh? The Asta was use his dark abilities and just told the old us to hold on to me. She's like, oh, what? I was like, yeah, just don't drop your hand off it. As then she's like, okay. She holds on to him and grips it tighter. Then Asta is dark in the room where they were. They just teleport them to another room. And it will surprisingly be the like Asta's room. She kind of blushed. I was like, oh crap, I focused on the wrong room. I was like, oh crap, something's wrong. Why can't I use my dark magic complete? Why can't I use those abilities correctly? As he asked Greninja about this, and Greninja said, I don't know. Everything you did was right. You should have gone into the living room. MD would also consider this, and it's like, yeah. Then they would sense something, but they didn't know what it was. They was like, yeah, I would sense something else too, but we can't set a feet on what it is. As now Yao will knock on the door, as they were walking down to the living room, a Yam and Magna got there, like, now they got new clothes on. As then his Yam said, like, well, we got a new mission for you, boar hunting. I was like, okay. I don't really care about it, really. He would say like, I don't really care about it. And this is where I will end this what if off. I know this what if is short as hell, but come on, it's like midnight now. Sorry about doing this what if so late, but I mean I will start to do shorter what ifs, a little bit shorter what ifs, because the 1 hour long some videos will the majority will still be over an hour long or something, but some will be shorter depending on when the time is I'm recording the what if videos. As for this one, since it's midnight, it will be a shorter one. So that's all for me. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. And now thanks again to my thumbnail master / thumbnail mentor that he correctly kinda is. Or not thumbnail mentor, he will be my thumbnail maker. So yeah, that's all for me now. Stay safe, peace out.